We're here at the Tarrytown Methodist Church, attended by one Governor Rick Perry. One of our continued efforts to make sure he is aware that we are aware of the Kenneth Foster case, and that we expect him to make the right decision once he gets a recommendation from the Board of Pardons and Paroles that Kenneth does not deserve to die for driving a car. So we've come to the place where Perry comes every week, presumably to think about, to talk about, to reflect upon right and wrong, and to send that message again that what is scheduled to happen on August 30th is absolutely wrong and unethical and unjust. So we feel this was an appropriate forum to do it, and so far we've been getting pretty good reception. So we've gotten into some good conversations with folks who attend the church, and also some media has come out. So that's, all we can ask for. So.
There's no reason to kill Kenneth Foster. We've only tried to limit this through the law of parties, which says that because he was in the car, that he too should die.
I don't know, because I don't know any of the details of it, but I'm sure that he's aware of all the details and is looking into his heart to make the right decision.
Sure, I'm Jordan. We're here at Rick Perry's church, and I think the reason we're here is because the reason that Jesus died 2,000 years ago was because he was executed, for unjust reasons. And here we are today, again dealing with the death penalty. And it really makes you wonder that if Jesus' second coming were to happen today, would Christians again execute Jesus? With as little interest as people seem to have in Kenneth Foster here today, and not even interested in taking information about an innocent man being set to be killed on Thursday, you have to wonder if Jesus was reincarnated, especially as a poor black man in Texas, how many times would Christians continue to execute him? Well, for Governor Perry to take a look at the facts and listen to his heart, and that also to comply with his religious teachings, which thou shalt not kill, especially in this case, which is so clear cut that this man didn't plan the murder, didn't intend for it to happen, and definitely should not be on death row. And do you then to Governor Perry?
Yeah, sure. He'll never do it, but I'd be happy to.
Yeah, great. Okay. And so what this is specific to the case of Kenneth Foster, who's set to be executed Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I'm totally anti-death penalty.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that.
Where
Okay.
do you go?
Name.
Okay.
It's actually kind of been alarming how few people have been interested in the case when Jesus met his death through the death penalty, and if you were born again today, it kind of makes you wonder how many times you might execute him over and over and over based on just kind of lack of interest in these cases. So appreciate that.
Man, right there.
No, that's why I appreciate it. It's so refreshing because definitely been among the minority. Right. Absolutely. Okay, thank you so much.
How do you feel about protesters staying outside, possibly as you leave?
I think it's the most American possible thing. Even if it's inconvenient, it's what this country's all about. I think it's great. And as a Christian, I'm very against the death penalty. So even if I wasn't, even if they represented something completely different from my personal views, it's the American way. Anyway, gotta go.
We also had a rally on the 21st at his mansion with the Foster family and several letters that they had written, and thus far he and his representatives have refused to speak to us, but we will keep trying. But we also think it's important to make his fellow congregants aware of the case, and thus far they have been willing to talk to us about it and engage us on it, and just generally kind of place the Kenneth Foster case and Perry's moral thoughts and spiritual life side by side, because if he's going to paint himself and posit himself as a moral person, he then needs to be publicly accountable for the fact that Texas plans to execute someone who didn't kill anybody.
Right. Innocent man set to be killed Thursday. In our precinct of the Kenneth Foster is set to be executed unless we're able to intervene and save his life Thursday. You guys like some information on Kenneth Foster? Oh, innocent man set to be killed this Thursday.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Rick Morgan. I'm out here today in support of Kenneth Foster Jr., who is on death row. This man has not killed anyone, nor did he intend to kill anybody. But Governor Perry is going to, if all goes through as planned, execute him on Thursday. He's going to allow it anyway. Now, this governor has executed more people than any other governor in the history of the United States. And there's been over 400 executions in Texas. This governor has taken over 150 of those, and George Bush took about 150 as well. So those two men alone have executed over 300 people. So we're just out here today in solidarity in support of Kenneth Foster because he didn't kill anybody. No one can dispute that. So please, Governor Perry, don't execute this man. It's just not the right thing to do.
Awesome, good job. I'm Ethel Hers. I'm a student at UT studying journalism. I'm 19 years old and I'm standing right now outside Tarrytown United Methodist Church here kind of doing Northwest Austin a little bit. And we're here because Governor Perry reportedly attends this church somewhat regularly, and we want to send a message to him about Kenneth Foster, who is an innocent man on death row right now. He's slated for execution on this Thursday, August 30th, for a crime that really isn't a crime at all. It's under the law of parties. He was convicted of basically not anticipating a crime, a murder of Michael LaHood, even though he was 80 feet away, sitting in a car at the time, and he actually had wanted to leave. He had no way to prevent this. He had no means of preventing the murder, and didn't participate in any killing of anybody. So he's an innocent man on death row. I've met his daughter and some of his family, and you know, they're heartbroken over his case, and he's just a brilliant person and doesn't deserve to die at all. And so we're just here to try to communicate that to Governor Perry, whether he shows up here or not, to reach out to some of the congregants of the church who are associated with him and maybe mingle with him and give him the message as well. Just, you know, don't execute Kenneth Foster.
Yeah, the lady he talked to who goes to the church made a comment about how he usually pulls up two escalators so everyone knows he's here.
Hi, my name is TJ Lewis. I'm actually a second cousin of Kenneth Foster. And my message to Governor Perry is to do the right thing. At least come out and talk to the people, address, you know, that we have concerns and this is definitely the wrong thing to do. And time and time again, we just want to talk with him to see if he's going to make a ruling of how he's going to help out. And from all the public outcry, that should let him know that people are very concerned about this, and this is the wrong thing to do. It's not right. I mean, we're standing in front of his church. Personally, I don't believe in the death penalty, and I want you to please look in the Bible and see show anywhere that it says that you have the right to actually kill somebody. It's not in there. I mean, you can't find that anywhere in there. So please don't be a hypocrite about it.
Governor Perry, I'm Glenn. I've been an Austinite and a Texan for 20 years, and I want you to give clemency to Kenneth Foster. Kenneth Foster did not commit murder, should not be executed. And no matter how you feel about the death penalty, this case is one that is clear-cut, and he should not die. Do not let Kenneth Foster die. Thank you.